True. So before we go into this, if you've played through Jak 2, think about the orbs in the prison section. All right, you've got the orb when you start. You've got. Think of all the orbs. Think about how many there are. Okay.
I'm gonna be playing a video over this just to demonstrate as well, just to make it easier.
Okay. So we've got the one like up and to the left, like right when you start the game. You've got the one after you do the roll section to the right. You've got the one jumping up when you start to go up on the platforms. You've got the one behind the thingy that you break when you're jumping down. You've got the one when you're being shot at. But are we like, did we all like trip the same good shit? Because I could swear that there was an orb if you went to where the first cutscene took place, where Jak busted out. I swear there was an orb down there, and we all do too. These knuckle chuckles, they got me in the call, and they were like, "Hey, is there an orb down by where Daxter came in the prison in the start of the game?" And I was like, "Oh yeah."
And then we lost our shit. We literally like
because there isn't.
There isn't.
Like I remember, all of us remember there being an orb below the Dark Eco table in the fortress, and we've all remember collecting it at some point.
I've collected that orb so many times. It's fucking there.
Same.
I don't care what anyone says. So Nick called me last night, and he's like, "Yeah, blah blah." We were just talking about random shit, and he goes, "Oh yeah, you know that? It was funny. I always thought there was an orb down beside that Dark Eco table thing." And I was like, "But there is." And then Nick was like, "No, there isn't." And I'm like, "There fucking is. I collect it every fucking playthrough." Right, so Nick was like, "Yeah, this is weird," because I could have sworn there was one too. So he boots up the game. He goes to play it. Of course, it's not fucking there. This makes me fucking freak my shit. And I'm like, it's fucking there.
I started
it's there. It's fucking there. So what I done then, I went to my strategy guide. And I went to see if it's in the strategy guide, if it's listed in the orbs in the strategy guide. And sure enough, I go to it. Alright, let me just find the page here. And I go to Act 1. For Orb 1, precursor orb can be exchanged in the secrets menu. The first of these can be found in the first room. Jump off the metal crates to the left and run along the top of the cells until you reach the orb. It's not there.
That's the first one.
That's the
one before it is not there. But yet we vividly remember collecting this orb.
I have done this so many times. There's no way I'm misremembering this.
So have I. So where the fuck did it go? Because I remember when I seen it, I was like, holy shit. I was like, you sneaky bastards.
So I came to a conclusion to this. We have just experienced what is known, a phenomenon that is known as the Mandela effect. So I don't know if... does everyone agree with us firstly? So I want to get the comments actually going on this video. Does anyone remember this as well, or are we just fucking high? Because I fucking swear to God it was there. Like, I have no doubt in my mind it was there. Absolutely no doubt. So...
Keith, you need to play it on PS2.
But no,
figure that out.
It's not in the strategy guide, Nick. It's not in the fucking strategy guide. It's not there. Like, it's not there. I used to think this thing was bull. So if anyone hasn't heard of the Mandela effect, basically what it means is things are changing, like things that you remember differently isn't because you just remembered it wrongly. It's because we're switching dimensions. Right?
That the dimension that we are all from has ended, or so there's the Mandela effect and there's what's referred to as glitches in the Matrix. For individual events, it's called a glitch in the Matrix, which that's theorized that like at some point in your life, your world ended. And I'm not saying I believe this or anything, but this is the theory that like your life ended, and so your consciousness essentially was is taken to an alternate universe, one that is, as close to your own as possible, and your existence continues. Now with the Mandela effect, it's like that on a large scale.
That is an interesting thing, as you say. We move to a new dimension. So technically speaking, there still is an end to the road. Because if we keep jumping bodies, so to speak, wouldn't that mean eventually we would still go old? And when we died of natural causes or some horrific, horrible death, where would our conscience go then? Would we skip back to the beginning, or would we skip to a new body with no recollection or very vague recollections of what the hell we've witnessed before?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
The way I see it is we keep just jumping. Like, we keep aging like we normally do. But when that dimension dies, we switch, but we're not aware of when the dimension died. So we switch to it and we keep aging like normally. But we're just a different dimension, so we don't realize it. And there's just some inconsistencies. That's how I explain deja vu. When deja vu happens.
Oh my god, dude! Oh my god, my mind just fucking blew up, dude! Holy shit! I just thought of something. What if we never get old? I mean, you've never been old. I've never been old. You've never been old.
I look
Jack.
the same as I have since I was fucking 12.
As you've always have, right? So what if you know how a lot of people start developing mental illnesses and stuff, and their brain starts deteriorating and shit? Mm-hmm. What if they actually don't have a fucking conscience at all? And what if we're just never-endingly aging, but it's just the next life is so fucking similar that it feels like it's the same, and there's no trauma with the transition?
Now, what I'm wondering is, what in between the last time we collected one of those orbs and us realizing it now, what ended our universe? What ended the world, more or less, that we all experienced?
Okay, here's the thing.
Dude, that shit happened.
The last thing I remember, the last time I remember getting that orb was in my No Guns playthrough of Jak 2. I vividly remember going down that stairs and getting that orb, right? I watched the video.
You didn't get that orb?
I watched the video. I didn't even look down there. What the fuck? I didn't even look down there. I mean, I would have understood if I went down there and didn't see it. I would have been like, okay, maybe I just remember it wrong. But no, I didn't even look down there. I fucking always go down there.
I feel like I remember you getting that orb. I feel like I remember you saying something about it.
There you go.
I don't remember it. I don't remember you going and get that orb.
You don't?
No. The reason why is because my dimension shifted well before either one of you. Because think about it. We've subconsciously went through the game, not getting it, thinking we got it, and you're just realizing it now. Therefore,
Keith,
it's like a passive-aggressive thing.
Yep. You watched Scottish Duck 17's Let's Play of Jak 2 back in the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did he get that orb?
Oh, Jesus, that was so long ago, I don't even remember.
Because that was 2009.
That wasn't a 100% playthrough, though, so if he didn't get
it was not a 100% playthrough, but he got orbs that he knew were there. Hold on.
You see, I love talking about this shit, because I don't know if I believe in it or not. Maybe it is just us misremembering it. That's probably the most likely fucking logical
My theory is we are mixing two memories together. Like, we're taking the memory of collecting a precursor orb and we're changing the environment and surrounding and putting it somewhere else. That's what I think. But this Mandela effect idea is really interesting.
I just to explain it. The Mandela effect, right? People are convinced. So Jack, actually, I'm going to ask you this. When did Nelson Mandela die?
I'm going to be honest. I'm too young to be affected by the Mandela effect. So I don't. As far as I know, he died like 3 years ago or whatever.
Yeah. That's all of us think, right? But to millions of people, they are convinced that he died in prison. They are fucking convinced. They remember seeing his funeral on television. They remember mourning him. And then they find out that he just died a few years ago. When they mourned him as children. What the fuck? Like, are they mixing him up with someone else that died?
It's really fucking interesting.
It's crazy. I'm not saying like we're shifting dimensions. I think that's a bit too out there, but there is something that consciously makes millions of people, like in droves, think the same way. And it's something. I hope that
it's
more
like the
research
same projection
goes into this.
being.
I just
It's like
hope
the same projection being viewed to a bunch of people in a private movie theater.
not enough research is going into this, so the only thing we can go on is crackpot theories. Like, oh, we're fucking jumping dimensions and shit, like, but no scientific evidence. I want people to research this.